The following podcast may be explicit. One Joe Young presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com. As we open this episode, JJ gives us a recap of our Curse of Strahd Dungeons & Dragons campaign so far. Mickie, Kurt, and Joe bring us back into the campaign with Noctra, Tielen, and Calvin in the windmill called Old Bonegrinder. Enjoy the podcast.
Hi, and welcome back to The Shed for Adventures from the Shed. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com, on Facebook, Twitter, Stitcher Radio, Google+, Bing, and of course on iTunes. If you like us a lot, which I'm sure you do, give us a good rating on iTunes. It helps other people find us. We're going to go around the table quickly and say hi, starting with...
Hi, this is Mickie, Googling your Yahoo to excite your Bing. Also playing Noctra, the Paladin Human, or the Human Paladin. Human, depending on how you're looking at it. And then we have...
Hey, this is Kurt.
Kurt, microphone is not unmuted.
I turned it off because I'm chewing. Hey, it's Kurt. I am playing Tielen. He is a half-elf wild magic sorcerer.
You know, we didn't get the wild magic last time. I'm looking forward to seeing that again. I am Joe. I am playing the human cleric Calvin, who is a worshiper of Pelor, Go Pelor. And speaking of Go Pelor, the voice of Pelor last time was played by...
JJ here. I'll be playing the DM, and I want to do a quick recap of the overall adventure so far. So our intrepid heroes, they entered the land of Barovia after being rope-a-doped into an invitation from...
the dope being Calvin, of course, yes.
Through the Vistani. The Vistani are... came out of the land of Barovia and enticed the adventurers in. They made their way to the town of Barovia, and there they met a woman named Mad Mary and found out that her child had been kidnapped. They discovered Irina and learned that she wouldn't leave Barovia without burying her father first. They tried to bury the father, and the preacher wouldn't perform the rites until his son would no longer be afflicted. So the player characters, our heroes here, they killed his son. And
that's one way to get him unafflicted.
Did you hear that? He called you a hero, Mickie.
I know.
That's pretty cool.
Calvin reminded the priest that he has a spell called Gentle Repose that will allow his son to stay in a non-decaying state so as to be resurrected at a later date.
And Calvin also made the promise to return with the light of Pelor to bring his son back to life.
Exactly. After leaving Barovia, our heroes made their way to the Vistani camp, where they got their fortunes read by a lady named Madame Ava. Discovering where the treasures and allies and Strahd may be residing, where the final battle is, they left the camp and made their way out to go to their first destination, which was a mill on a hill. It rhymes.
It does.
In the last episode, they found out that there was... they found a gallows with 4 people and then one Tielen doppelganger who was all bloated and rapidly decayed upon inspection. We also found some shifty ravens. What were they up to? Then
they were kind of helpful.
On. Exactly.
At the end, they were kind of helpful. That doll's head, though, was kind of creepy.
Yeah, they made their way out of Barovia proper now by going through the second set of gates, which are also incredibly massive and open and shut silently. And Calvin found that doll's head near the hinge.
Ew.
And we burned it.
Burned it with fire.
To the ground.
A collaborative effort with Tielen.
Exactly.
Yes.
The woods had a tree full of ravens. And then we made our way to the mill itself, where another raven warned the party
Quote
of
the raven.
dangers ahead.
Nevermore.
Nevermore.
They entered the mill, and the first floor had ovens baking some pastries. There was a wardrobe with 3 potions labeled Youth, Laughter, and oh my goodness, I forgot.
Tielen
Mother's
read
milk.
them.
Mother's
milk. Made with real mothers, I had said. Your mic is still muted, Kurt.
I was thinking it was going to be beauty, but then it was mother's milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they heard the cackling of laughter coming from upstairs. So someone's having a good time. That's where we picking up.
So Noctra had been at the perhaps halfway up the stairs, looking up the stairs to see what was up there. Calvin was behind her, one eye looking up, and his lazy eye watching Tielen.
Who was thinking about having a pastry before he heads upstairs.
A delicious pastry
Made of children?
Made from the bones of young children.
Oh, we don't know that.
My friend, 2 + 2 = 4.
Even in the book of the hey, there's my microphone. Even in the book of the blinding brilliance, 2 + 2 still equals 4 because Pelor's light says it must be so.
Noctra must have higher intelligence than Tielen. He really wants a pastry, but he'll forego it.
Now, these stairs leading up are very steep. Your typical stairs, maybe 8 inches, 9 inches, something like that. These are 20 inches, so they're it's a little bit of legwork.
Good gosh,
to get up. But you ascend rapidly up to the second floor, which is about 15 feet into the above. And
we are using Roll20 on our table. We have this map of the first floor up to the second floor, and
is the second floor the top floor as far as we can tell, or is it a middle floor?
No, you're definitely not on the top floor.
Okay.
Why can't you have a nose that's 12 inches long?
Because then it would be a foot. Yeah, I'm starting to figure you out,
Tielen's
Noctra.
got some of these.
I'm starting to figure you out.
That's what that black book is about. He's writing down some of your jokes and what he thinks is the punchline. Go Pelor.
Go Pelor.
Right.
That's a good one, though. I kind of rained on your parade there. Maybe I shouldn't do that anymore.
Sorry about the foot.
The foot's in your ass. All right, moving on.
So you're heading upstairs?
Yes. How do I move the tokens?
You need to stop using the panning and start using the selecting tool.
Heck yeah, dog.
Sorry, people at home who can't see this.
Hard.
Just hear us.
And again, don't you go up straight up and down. Do a 45-degree angle with the pen.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
We're moving things around with digital light
So,
pens.
JJ, do we have a good narrative text?
We
as
do have
enter
some
the
narrative
second
text
floor?
as you
Let's
ascend
go.
the stairs.
Right.
A haggard, heavy-set old woman with a face as wrinkled as boiled apples sweeps the floor,
Ew.
pushing around a few old bones and stirring up a cloud of white dust with her broom. She wears a blood-stained, flour-caked apron. A long, sharp bodkin impales her bundled-up mound of gray hair. The dirt-caked windows allow very little light to enter this 8-foot-high chamber, most of which is taken up by a large millstone connected to a wooden gear shaft that rises through the ceiling in the center of the room. A stone staircase continues up toward the sound of loud cackling.
This isn't the same lady that we saw in town.
This is the same
It
lady.
is the same lady. All right, Noctra, you had a beef with her in town.
I did. I would yell at her, "Hey, you! I told you no more children." From
Oh,
the
there are no children here.
Yeah, from the stains on your apron, I could see why there's no more children.
This is just the jam that I made.
You lie to my face.
Roll me an insight
You
check.
must face justice. 16 on the dice, plus my insight of awesome is 20.
16 plus awesome is 20. Awesome apparently is 4.
Nice.
Static integer.
But you actually believe her here that the stains on her shirt or her apron are jam. Is a jam.
What's that cackling upstairs, lady?
Oh, those are just my noisy daughters.
And what's in the pies in the oven?
Oh, deliciousness, but I can't reveal a family secret.
And why are there so many bones that look like they belong to small children?
They're made of real family. Right, it's a family secret.
Is that a Pelor?
Yeah. No, that's just Joe saying that.
I don't know. I don't know why there's bones down there. I'm just cleaning this up. Look, I'm sweeping now.
Yeah, you're sweeping up bones.
It's dust. This is dust.
Calvin would take a moment to look. Does this lady even seem like she recognizes us? Because we just saw her.
No, she doesn't seem to look like she recognizes you.
Old woman! I'm sorry, Monty Python. We met you in the town of Barovia. Why are you here? You kind of disappeared on us.
This is where I bake my delicious pastries.
So did Paylor pick you up from Barovia and make you come here? Because you kind of vanished and stuff when we went to fight the zombies and destroyed them, Paylor.
You were looking very aggravated, and I did not wish to incur your wrath.
So you
Too
freaking
late.
told Scotty to bring you here? How the hell did that work? Batteries and stuff.
I'm very good at making haste. And pastries.
Pastries. Pastries. That's a cool product right there. Yes. This lady reduces your initiative.
Yeah, apparently she does.
So what
Are you here to buy some pastries?
We're here to shut down the pastry factory, lady.
So she's sweeping up a dust, like
Yeah.
a white dust.
It's a very, very powdery white dust.
So
yeah.
now that Calvin noticed the bones of children, is this the dust of the bones of children?
If you want to give me a perception check.
Let's do that. I have an 8 on the die plus my perception of 6. That would be 14.
All right, you notice on the below the milling, you can see chunks of like femur and stuff like that being milled down into a powder.
You may ask me to roll initiative, but I'm casting Sacred Flame at this lady.
Okay.
Right now.
All right, go for it. This is your surprise round, and
Okay. You want initiative then?
Yep.
Okay. All right, guys, I've just initiated us into combat. This lady is effed up. She needs to be cleansed by the light of Paylor, as it were, or the flame of Paylor. Oh my, and I even have a 16, Mickie, for, JJ rolled his metal die, which is pointier than mine.
it is
Mages, because warriors will never look this cool. That's very true, Kurt.
Now, Tielen, do you want to give me your initiative?
But my initiative is a 5.
Yeah, Kurt has a nice meme as his backdrop, his wallpaper on his laptop here.
Mine is a 22.
It's a sweet kind of
The
social.
hag.
The hag is a 22.
Dragons out of the sky. It says mages because warriors will never.
Yeah,
look
and
this
Calvin
cool.
is a 16, 1/6.
So the hag goes first, followed by Calvin, Noctra, and bringing up the rear, Tielen.
Now, because I tried to strike first, does Calvin get to cast
Yes.
his spell before she acts?
Yep.
Okay, so Sacred Flame for me.
Is it
What I
dex
want
save,
to
right?
say at this point,
I like this, no pussyfooting
when
around.
I reach 5th level, which I have, this is now 2d8 damage. So she needs to make a dexterity saving throw with a DC of... you know what? I completely forgot to ask you this, JJ. Did my spell save DC go up because my proficiency
It did not.
went up? Okay,
Your
so
the
13.
hit goes up. Your save does not, I don't believe.
I thought it was.
That doesn't
mine
make
is
any
8 plus
sense.
charisma plus proficiency for
Okay.
save.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then 14 is the save.
I rolled a 16 on the dice.
So then she probably saved, and there is no half because it's a cantrip.
Exactly.
Okay, so that the Sacred Flame of Paylor will miss her. She's clearly well more dexterous than her, granny apple look would indicate. Okay. So if that is the surprise round, then I think we start at the beginning of round 1.
It's her turn.
Correct. Go for it.
Daughters, assist me.
Daughters. That's whack.
It's whack, y'all.
Okay.
There's silence on the line.
Mickie,
I am singing into the mic.
All right, and I need you,
Okay.
Calvin, to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
okay, then I will have this roll plus a 6. I have a 15 on the die, so 21.
All right. You feel incredible necromantic power surge past you, but you're able to shake it off through the power of Paylor.
If the light of Paylor in my shield protects me from it, perhaps this evil power bursts around me.
And if you want to roll an Arcana check, you can figure out what spell she actually cast.
It will probably be a horrible failure as I have a -1 to my 8, which would be a 7.
Arcana
Gosh,
is
Tielen, what is this
intelligence?
magic that this evil woman
It's Arcana.
has cast
It's a
upon me?
check. It's on your skill sheet.
I rolled a 5 on the die.
Oh. However, if you're proficient in it, you might be adding 6 at this point.
Yeah,
You
I
get over
don't have
10.
it as a skill. I don't think. Let me double check.
All right.
Oh, I do have it as a skill.
Yeah, one of us ought to.
So I add the 2 for proficiency.
You probably
3.
add 6 or 7.
3 now. 3 now. And then what? And then my modifier, which is.
I take that back. Intelligence is the key for this one,
Right,
and I
which
don't
is
think you
plus
have a
1,
high
so-
intelligence.
Yeah, so it gets me to
Okay.
9.
A 9? This was Eyebite, a level 6 spell.
I bite.
Ew.
I
Just
bite.
crazy. Well, Payload will protect me from this, but Tielen wiped the floor with this evil hag.
Oh.
I say that not knowing if you're up.
And the cackling stops, and I'm going to roll their initiative. All right, put
there.
them.
That's plural. So this would be the daughters.
Put them on a 14, and they'll arrive in 2 rounds. So you have 2 rounds to.
So is this the daughters
Both
that you
of them?
just summoned?
2?
Yep.
So if I know that this is the spell was I bite, what do I know about I bite?
Good question.
You just know that you recognize the spell. You don't know what its effects were.
Well, does he know what kind of school it's from? Perhaps?
Necromancy.
Necromancy. Oh, that's bad.
Would you have said that out loud?
I bite.
I bite necromancy. Go.
I bite Would you have said necromancy?
That's a good question. Not me. Because as far as I know, this wench just cast something really evil towards me.
No, I would have just said attack quickly.
Okay.
Go, go, go.
So she cast a spell. Up next is
Calvin.
By the light of Baylor, burn, bitch.
Did you
Let's go
have to
with
use the B word?
Scorching Ray.
All right.
Well, actually, hold on. Scorching Ray, I think, is multiple targets.
I believe so.
I create 3 rays, and I can hurl them at targets within range. Could I do all 3
Yeah.
at one target?
You can do all the other
Let's
one,
do
but 3
that.
different attack rolls.
Okay. So we'll start with 1. The first is a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
The second is a 6 and 6 is 12 to hit.
That will miss.
And the third, same freaking
So
roll. So
you got
one
one
hit.
hit.
And this deals the target 2d6 fire damage, which is a 3 and a 5, so 8 fire damage. May the light of Baylor send you to hell, woman.
And her clothes barely smolder.
May the light of Baylor send you to hell on the next round of initiative, woman.
How large an area are we in? How big is this room?
20 by 20.
Yeah, looking at the map, we've got a 20-foot wide circle that we're in. And those familiar with like circumference, radius, all that have a better explanation than me, but it's 20 feet from side to side.
So it's a 10-foot radius.
If you'd like, yes. I'm not
20-foot
geometry
diameter.
good. Yeah.
And a pi r squared circumference.
I can grammar good, but I'm not geometry well.
All right, it is not a place to use a fireball.
It is not.
I'm actually curious if Noctra has any good geometry jokes.
No.
Easy answer.
All right, who's up? Me? Them?
Who's up after Calvin?
Except without geometry, there are no points. Moving on.
Oh, snap.
Do I have my spell things?
Do you?
No, after
haven't
Calvin comes Noctra.
All right, not sure
How many first level spells?
I am going to slice this old hag with my greatsword.
All right.
I got 14 on the dice, plus, I can't see that. Is that an 8?
It's an 8.
14 plus 8, 22.
That will hit.
Woohoo!
Now, were you planning on power attacking?
They didn't say she was a necromancer, so it would just be regular damage.
Well, think about how pissed is Noctra that
You
this
would have
lady
seen
is
a
here.
black spell come forth from this lady.
So that
And remember,
would-
she had a
And
kid
you know
in a
she's killing.
freaking
Yeah,
sack.
she's killing kids.
Yeah, yesterday when we saw her, she had a kid in a sack. And if I remember right, Noctra was none too pleased about that.
She was none too pleased about
Yeah.
the child in the sack, so
Yeah.
she would power attack.
So 22 minus 5 is
17.
that will hit.
So it's, what was it again? Minus 5 to hit for plus
10 to damage.
Plus 10 to damage.
Which is pretty damn sweet.
I hate this rolly thing. So that would be 20 points of damage, because I
Okay.
rolled a 10.
Okay. Do you plan on adding smite to this?
Why not?
I don't see why not. I think it adds like 20 d6 worth
And also
of damage.
changes your damage to radiant.
Oh, that's a good point.
Actually,
What
2d8
Smiting.
for...
The light of Paylord is important in your attacks. Perhaps the Raven Queen does not understand,
2d8s.
but Paylord completely understands the importance of
An
radiant
extra 4.
damage.
So 24 damage, and it's all radiant now.
Okay. And what is Divine Smite? Does it get a bonus against any type of creatures?
Hold on while I read it.
Please hold. Your question is important to us. We will answer your rules
The damage
question.
increases by 1d8 if the target is undead or a fiend.
And add an extra D8.
Extra 2.
So 26 damage.
Would it
Correct.
be obvious to Calvin that her damage was extra?
Other than the damage would have been, so to speak, brighter.
Okay.
The radiant damage would have been brighter. No.
Okay. Because I'm looking for the idea of the at level 5, the cleric gets the destroy undead ability. So if it was obvious that this thing were undead, and I'm thinking so far to him it's not obvious. It's just
It's not
a hag.
obvious that it's undead.
Okay.
But it's obvious to Noctra because she just hit this thing and she
And
felt
she felt the extra
the
power.
extra power
The
go
Raven
through
Queen
her.
was like, destroy it. Like you
Destroy.
felt that extra power come through.
So after she hits her, she's going to yell out to Calvin and Tielen, "This is like this evil is like the zombie we fought before. We must eradicate it."
Outstanding. Is Tielen up next?
Nope.
No.
Unless you want your turn to be over, even though you have an extra attack now.
I do have an extra
Ah.
attack. For those listening at home, as
Yeah.
my husband so gently nudged me off the cliff and told me that at level
Yeah.
5, the paladin gets an extra attack. So
That's
she's
pretty
going
damn
to
cool.
take her extra attack.
Because you are our meat shield melee fighter. You're the one
Bring
up there.
the pain.
Exactly. Bring and absorb the pain.
All right, so I'm just going to take her second attack.
Yeah.
And it's a crit.
Oh,
Natural
snap.
20. Nice.
Natural
Nice.
20. So she still has, like, her eyes are aflame with the rage of
I would
her
recommend
goddess.
using a level 2 spell this time.
I love how he nudges me. Level 2 spell, I look in my little
No.
thing.
For your Divine Smite,
Take
You
it
can-
to level 2.
Level up.
Level up.
Achievement
You're just
unlocked.
using like a higher slot. Get
using
more
a higher
power.
slot to deal even more damage.
So for
which
those
gets
at
even more
home,
doubled.
taking it to level 2 adds an extra d8.
So that's 48.
as
Sorry,
I
8d8 you're going to be rolling.
search through my little baggie here.
Kurt, when you take it to a higher slot, what does that actually mean in your world?
In my world,
It means you pull, you
You're
tighten, you
filling a
tighten. It means you tighten the gag.
Actually, is that what it
Clench
means?
up a little.
Filling a gap?
a little
That
harder.
much higher.
8d8,
Trying to show
46.
the abs right before you cast.
Nice.
8d8,
I need
46.
one more d8.
Plus
So
strength, plus
like
10.
the airbrushed abs.
So I
at
got
that point.
46, which I'm going to roll now.
Okay.
Woo!
Did she just Steve Austin that? No, that was Nature Boy. Ric
That was
Flair.
Nature Boy, yep.
Yeah.
8 and 8 is 16 on most places, right?
Yes.
And then we're going to add 48.
You could geometry with the no point joke, but you can't add 8 and 8.
Shut up.
That's cool.
That's 16 for 48.
Okay.
Do I have to roll again? You said it was 8 d8s?
8d8s.
Good
Shit.
gosh, woman.
You guys are keeping track, right?
Well, you said
I've not
16.
done anything.
16 plus
Plus.
another 16 is
32.
32.
Yep.
And then we do it again, baby.
Good
Because that's
gosh.
how we like it. I've got 23.
That's 32.
32 and 23 is 55, yeah.
God bless.
That's a
55.
strong performance.
Did you roll your 46 already?
Yes.
You had your plus 10?
Add another 10 to
A
that.
55.
No,
Right.
you didn't roll 40. Oh, yeah, you did.
I did roll 46.
So you rolled
Add,
Let's say
so
55.
65.
65 sounds good.
65. All right. And you add your strength bonus?
That was the... No, I didn't.
What's your strength
does it
bonus?
say
It
the
should be
strength?
right where
It's
strength
0.
is. You have
Your
higher
strength
than-
bonus
Oh,
is
excuse me, 4.
4.
69. Ooh.
Oh, social!
69 with the hag.
69 with the hag.
Right.
And she has this Granny
How does she
Smith
look?
apple look.
The hag is looking pretty haggard.
Looking pretty haggard.
So now I want you to look at great weapon fighting defeat you have.
Damn
And
joke.
see what it says whenever you score a crit.
So, but wait, there's more. If you hit this hag right now, you'll achieve another.
No, just for great weapon fighting, all it says is when you roll a 1 or a 2 on the damage.
No,
Oh.
that's your paladin thing. I'm talking about the feat that you had that allows you to power attack.
Wait a minute. When I roll a 1
Great
or a
weapon master.
2 on a damage dice, you may take a melee. You are willing to hands. You can re-roll the die. There's a couple of 2s in here. So I re-roll those 2s?
You can re-roll those twos if you like.
Take away 6 from 69, 63.
Yeah. We
Add
are
8.
We are so math right now. So add 2
7.
then. So that was
That's
71.
71 now.
71. Add 1 more.
72. I remember that year.
Add 4.
I don't remember that year. 76.
So we're at 76. And then you were saying?
The great weapon fighting that you have.
I'm
Sorry,
t-
great
that's-
weapon master.
76.
The thing that
Is
allows
when
you to
were
power
born, Kurt?
attack.
Wait, but doesn't
I don't see it on here.
Right, well, here, read it.
did she choose to take the
Okay,
-5 to
so
attack? to
power
get the
attack
+10?
-5 plus 10 damage. Cleave a second attack when I kill or crit. So I get to do it all again.
But you cannot use Divine Smite again.
I just do a regular attack.
So
Half an hour later,
yeah, it
Mickey's
turns
turn
out
is
the
up.
hag had 1 hit point left, and
I rolled a 19 to hit that time.
All right.
And that's just a regular
golly.
2d6 plus 5.
Plus 15, because you're still using power attack, yeah?
yeah,
Sure.
I would agree with that.
Power attack, you
So
drop your to hit to get more damage. right?
21. 21.
21 points of damage?
An
All
extra
right,
turn.
you managed to kill the hag.
Good gosh.
So her AC must have been pretty low.
Her AC was a 17,
Yeah.
but she was rolling high.
Yeah.
If she
And
rolled
out
a
of
19 and
And a
subtract
crit.
5, she wouldn't have hit, right? Doesn't she have to take-
19 plus...
Oh, plus all her mods.
Plus
She
her
was. She wasn't.
modifiers.
She never adds her modifiers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ever.
which
She just tells me the
die.
dice roll.
Gotcha.
when you have a
plus
19
minus
on
a
the
plus
die,
8.
chances of missing at a equivalent level are pretty low, right?
People at
So,
home. People at
Tielen, if you
home.
want to take a nap before the daughters show up,
I'm like, I got blue balls. I was already there to just come in with chromatic orb. I was gonna take it up.
So you
and then-
see, like, Noctra just like,
No, I'm seriously like ready to cast. And I'm like, no.
just anger just covers, like, her face just changes. Like, you see this wave. Normally, she's just like this whatever looking chick. She cracks jokes every once in a while and kind of walks around. But after she felt that dark energy just go past her, like, you just see, like, just vengeance come into her eyes. And she just does her double slash and cuts this bitch down.
effectively. Very effectively.
Go ahead.
While she had like a single wisp of smoke from Palor's flame coming from her shoulder, you chopped her in half,
Tielen, bringing up the rear.
so to speak.
So do we still have the daughters?
Yeah.
If we can see them.
No, they're
In about 12 seconds,
in about 12 seconds. They'll be
Yeah.
coming down the stairs.
2 rounds.
All right. So, I mean, I'm ready. Position. I'm still
So you're going to ready in action for as soon as you see them.
right. As soon as I see them, second level chromatic orb.
Okay.
Fire damage.
Palor provides the light for
So
your
I believe
chromatic
now
orb.
it's their turn. 1 round has gone by. Now back to the top, Joe.
Okay. I guess, honestly, same thing. If
not
we
ready yet?
hear something coming, do we?
Yeah, you can hear her scrambling down the
Okay.
stairs.
If we hear something coming, it is preparatory. Yeah. I guess it's a small stairway. Well, relatively small. I think Calvin would hold his hand out, ready to cast Burning Hands as soon
Okay.
as something presents itself, and kind of fill the stairway with the flame of Palor.
Fair enough.
You wouldn't light this bitch on fire?
I would like
Not with us
anything
in it.
that's like so. Considering that Noctra was first physically as we were coming up the stairs, I think Calvin would kind of reach around and put his hand up
That's nice
and
of
get
him.
ready to fill the stairway with the flame of Palor. As
And what
soon
is
as something comes within
Noctra
range.
doing? Is she going to cast a spell in preparation to this?
She is going to cast, very nicely done, hun. She's going to cast, what is it, Bless? No, let's cast
Is
Magic Weapon. I can't cast Magic Weapon.
Don't think too hard. Just sling it.
Yeah, sure.
Think of how much you did not have to think for your first attack, which
Well,
decimated.
Bless would be great because it gives a D4 to saves. An additional D4 to saves.
We'll cast Bless. And I'm looking for the book that's got the information that I need.
Well, you gotta remember, I'm casting spells too, so
Yeah.
blah,
Kurt,
blah,
do you
blah.
have your player's handbook?
I do.
You took my
Again,
pages
Bless?
out.
that's not that's Joe's book I have.
I've got it
You have your book. somewhere over there.
I'm yelling at him, as any wife does. She yells at him.
Well done.
Even though it's right next to her.
You've carried out your duty successfully, Mickie. I said duty.
He said duty.
She's going to cast Bless in preparation for these things coming down. And it's a first level enchantment. You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within your range, which in this case it's going to be myself, Calvin, and Tielen.
How convenient. We have 3 in the party.
Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll an extra d4 and add that number to the attack roll or saving throw.
And what was the duration of the spell?
It is up to 1 minute.
So you have to maintain your
I do have to maintain
your
concentration.
focus here.
Yeah. So it's a concentration up to a minute.
Correct.
So for our purposes, it is essentially forever because a minute is like 10 rounds and no combat ever lasts 10 rounds. I guess in 4th edition we could make them last 10 rounds, but in 5th edition they never do.
You never last that long. So for this...
That's a whole minute.
For the
That's like 59 seconds longer than I need.
For the purposes of flavor
1
text...
minute. Who is that champion?
you
So
guys...
what does the Raven Queen's blessing feel like?
The Raven Queen's blessing, she steps back after just decimating this hag. She steps back and turns to you two and does a hand gesture, and you feel like this aura of warmth come over you, and she just whispers to you, the Raven Queen's power now protects you.
Nevermore. Nevermore.
See, in
You
my
hear Edgar Allan Poe in your
I had
background.
this whole thing where you basically...
Well, it's not you
No,
playing this
I
character.
understand,
It's
I
me.
Oh, snap.
All right. So
I think it's awesome that she
the
lets you
next
play
round,
it when it turns
and
into damage.
you can see the feet coming down, and as they clear the floor above you, they look down, they see their mother has been cut down, and they shriek. But you had spells prepared.
And, how many are there?
There are 2.
2. All right. So I have Chromatic Orb prepared. I said fire last time, but I actually want to do lightning.
Okay.
Since I know that Palor is probably going to do something with light or fire.
Yeah, the Palor is all about the flame.
I like to cover our bases. So I had prepared Chromatic Orb. I'd like to cast it as 2nd level. So I get to do 3d8 damage plus an extra d8 for the additional spell slot. And then I get the 1d4 from the Bless.
That's to hit.
That's not to hit, okay?
That's to
so
hit.
I'm going to roll to hit.
Now, of course, you know from the preachings I have given you before that lightning is but light in electrical form from Palor. So I appreciate you using Palor in this.
So I had
purpose.
1d4 to hit onto my d20 plus
You had
7.
to roll to hit with this? This isn't a dex save?
That's a good question. I will check
Chromatic
quickly.
or
I think I have to roll to hit on this one. Yep, on a hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
nice. And this is it's considered ranged, right?
Right, so
Okay.
it is ranged.
I see 7.
Are you twinning this?
90 foot range.
So you can hit
Yes,
both of them?
for sure. For sure.
I'm going to stop playing your character soon.
Yeah.
All of you.
So I'll have a wild magic roll there.
Ooh.
13.
Oh, no, you're just using a sorcery point. Mm-hmm. You're just using there's no wild magic unless you want to grant yourself advantage.
I don't need advantage because I rolled 13 on the die plus 4 plus 7 is 24 to hit.
Okay. What about the second roll?
I roll it twice.
You had to roll it twice. There's 2 targets.
Right, so I will. To get the wild magic, I have to use another sorcery point, right?
No, you've already twinned it.
Right, but to get the advantage.
To get advantage, you need to use your Ben Luck thing. And
Yeah, which we always call
that
Ben.
allows me to tell you to roll on your...
Yeah.
In order to grant you back the ability to gain advantage whenever you want.
Right. I'm just going to roll regular on the second one. 11 plus 3 is 14 plus 7 is 21 to hit.
That
So
will
they
hit
both
both.
hit, and they both are going to do 4d8,
4d8.
which I can actually roll. Here is 3, 5, that's 9, 12. Ooh, nice. 19 on the first one.
Okay.
And, even better on this one. Holy Lord, 7, 7, 6, 5. That's going to be 14, 20, 25.
By the way, the Holy Lord is Palor. Just so you know, he is the only one.
If you say so, Calvin. If you say
Does. I do say so.
How do they look?
They're looking a little bit shocked and odd.
Shocked and odd.
Ooh, you shocking autumn.
Alrighty.
I was thinking when you rolled the 24 as a metagaming kind of thing, I don't think there's a single thing in the entire monster manual that needs even a 24 to hit. So it's like you hit no matter what.
Right. Well, I got a 4 on the additional from the
Yeah.
Bless, which really helps. So I love, in my mind, Chromatic Orb, which is not a spell I knew because I haven't played a lot of D&D, but it's awesome because it's a little 4-inch ball that you just throw out there and hit the thing, and it could be acid, lightning, fire, poison, cold, or thunder, and you get to pick every time and have it be different and look different. I think it's really cool.
I always think of
these
chromatic
two-
orb as
Go
like
ahead.
the bard spell, because I always think bards end up with chromatic orb. It's like one of the spells bards get that do damage, and I always think of it that way. It's kind of neat.
Also, a 4-inch diameter sphere is really small, so it's not like a big fireball that you're. It's almost like.
Well, a fireball is just a marble that you flick.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a little ball that explodes at the end of its destination.
Oh, okay.
Or at its destination.
It just looks like a little ember that you just kind
Yeah.
of sailing through the air, and then.
Yeah.
And I believe that Calvin also had a prepared action.
Yes, ready for when they turn the corner to cast Burning Hands, which involves them making a dexterity saving throw with a DC of 14.
All right, the first one makes it.
Okay.
The second one does not.
And with Burning Hands, they take 3d6 fire damage. I'll roll that quick. That's 2, 3, and a 6. So that is 11 fire damage. Those that saved take half. And for me, that's a level 1 spell, so I'll use that up.
All right.
Yeah. May the fires of Baelor
Go ahead
send
and
you back
make
to the
me
hell
a
which you
insight
came.
check.
Ooh, an insight check. I can do that. As I'm trying to send them back to the fires in which they came. No. I have a 2 on the die, even with a 6. Yeah, even with a 6 modifier, that makes it an 8.
Okay. You don't notice anything yet. From this spell, but you do notice that the old lady visage does not extend to her daughters. Her daughters are in their full glory
Okay.
of this dark-skinned, just loose
Hag
and
of night, as it were.
hag of night.
Okay.
All right, so
So I tell them, may Baelor's fire send you back into the hell which you came, or something like that, because I'm not really sure where you came from since I failed my insight check completely.
You did.
You're some really nice ladies.
So Mickie
Noctra.
stepped out for a moment. I willed them pretty good, but it did not do too much damage.
All right.
Do I notice this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw them come down.
So I noticed that the
I hit about 20, 25 points each, and it damaged them, but it didn't.
I noticed that the damage that they applied wasn't as
No, you noticed it.
efficient or
No,
as
you didn't notice anything. 'Cause You haven't
significant.
rolled a perception check or an insight check.
Yeah, you don't notice shit, dog.
Apparently, I don't know a gosh darn thing, and I continue not knowing anything
Continue not
because I rolled a 6.
Fair enough.
What does that mean? Adding your wisdom, because that's what insight is based off of.
A 7.
Okay. See, for me, it would have turned into a 12, which might have been something, but not +1.
JJ, since I'm a monster hunter, would I know anything special about these creatures, or can I roll to know anything special?
Roll me a intelligence check or possibly a religion check.
Okay, religion doesn't help me. Oh my god, 3 + 1 is 4.
You know these things appear to be evil.
I'm a great monster hunter. I know a
Yes.
lot of stuff.
Including that these things appear to be evil.
So Tielen says, gotta kick him in the balls first.
They don't have any balls, sir.
Oh, well then, go Baelor.
Go Baelor.
That's what Tielen says now, right?
So
So
Baylor, we're on Team
the-
Baylor.
Whose turn is it?
they come down. This was on their turn. These guys had prepared action.
Yes, we had ready.
So-
actions.
They will both go before the hags do on the next turn.
Okay.
And they descend to the bottom of the stairs, and they both are holding hands, and they line up. And from where you guys are, I'm going to click here on the map. They come to the bottom of the stairs right here,
Okay.
and they're lining up, and they're able to hit 2 of you, but not able to hit Calvin, the Paylor priest. So they're going to hit both Tielen and then Noctra.
Can I use the shield for 2 charges on my?
This
Staff.
is they are casting a spell.
Yep. Can I use? I'm just asking. I don't know. Can I-
Shield doesn't work on spells; it works more on physical attacks.
Bummer.
Unless it's magic missile, then shield works. But you notice that they're beginning to cast lightning bolt to return the favor.
Nice of them.
So I need you guys both to make a dex save, please.
Tielen and Noctra, yes?
Tielen and Noctra.
Okay.
A dexterity saving throw.
On our map here, I just dropped a couple of dice, JJ, to represent where the bad guys might be.
I'm
sorry, what are we rolling?
Dexterity saving throw.
Dex saving.
Now remember, you have the additional D4 because of Noctra's Bless.
Right.
Which is
How
good.
long does Bless last?
1 minute.
10 minutes. 1 minute.
10 rounds, 1 minute.
5 seconds. It's done.
It's over. We're fucked. I rolled a 16. You said Dex?
Dex.
I rolled a 1 plus 2.
16 plus 0.
If I didn't,
I'm switching die.
if I didn't want to keep clean show titles, "It's Over, We're Fucked" would be an awesome episode title.
You could just title it Foobar.
Yeah, it could. Yeah.
All right, so Tielen's going to take the full brunt of this.
Yeah, he is.
Noctra can take half.
He's
Raven
googling shield
Queen
to
will
make
protect
absolutely
me.
sure he can't use it as a reaction.
That's awesome. So you don't get shield as a spell, right?
I have it in my special magic.
But you did your mage armor at the at the end, outside.
I have 10 charges on the staff, and shield is 2 charges, mage armor's 1. I can cast until I'm dead.
Tielen takes 31 damage.
31.
Gosh, man.
Well, in that case, I'm going to have to ask how much I was supposed to add for hit points this level. Did we just take 3?
A D6 plus con.
Right. Are we actually rolling the D6?
You can roll a D6 or you can take half.
I'll take half. Plus con?
Plus con.
All right, I'm still alive. How much was it?
31 damage.
Because I had 32 going into my level up.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
And you take half, so
Holy
15.
shisa. 31.
Scheisse. May the light of Paylor bring you back to life, my friend.
Jesus.
That Paylor's going to have to
Yes.
do a lot of CPR. Do I see him drop, like, on one knee?
Yeah, you see him falter for sure.
As the scribe of Evanescence said, "Bring me to life." What? I don't get it.
So con is 2. So I had 3,
Lord.
5,
Who goes next?
37.
And then the other one casts...
Oh, God, that was just one of them.
Since Tielen is at the bottom of the stairs...
I have 6 hit points left.
Tielen's at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
It reaches out to touch you,
Oh.
and I need Tielen to make a wisdom saving throw.
Get away,
please.
get away, get away.
Ooh,
Also,
you're not too wise, are you?
Switching dice.
Mickey,
I'm
I
plus
need you to
0
roll
on
a
wisdom.
concentration check to maintain concentration on Bless. The DC is 15.
Get away, get away.
I need a
Plus what?
clean D20.
It's going to be your D20 plus D4
Too many 1s and 3s today.
plus your Constitution modifier.
Shit. What's the DC?
I'll tell you in a second.
8
whether or
plus
not you make it.
0. Tielen is going down.
What,
The
you get
DC is
plus
15 for you.
0.
Plus 0.
Plus
8
0.
isn't gonna help
Constitution?
you.
Constitution, yes. You need to make a 15.
I got 14.
All right, so she loses concentration on Bless.
Oh, wait. Did I get to add Bless to something last turn?
Now,
A
does
D4, yes, but 1 is automatic fail.
does Bless not help her? Can she add a
She
D4?
rolled a D4
She
to
did.
it.
Okay.
Do I get to add Bless to this roll, or do I
Yes,
leave it?
this roll, yes.
So 8 plus... I get to roll a D4?
This is one of those times where we had 2 conversations going on. I was helping Kurt with a D20, and you were working with Mickey, so I missed it.
Although it would have been a...
There's nothing I can add for
God
one
darn
more.
it.
Nope.
I'm a total of 9.
9? All right.
It was nice knowing you all.
No, she reaches out and you feel, you begin to feel incredibly ugly, and you feel like you can't come up with any witty reports. Like your tongue feels leaden.
Wow.
You have disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws made with charisma.
That's bad for a sorcerer.
This is not me being charmed, right?
Nope. There is a curse
Okay.
being cast upon you
So disadvantage on charisma checks?
on charisma checks and saving throws made with that
With charisma or all saving?
with charisma.
Okay. But no point damage.
Correct. That also means every spell you cast using charisma as your attack modifier has disadvantage.
Right. So I will use automatic
Wow.
hit spells.
So who's up
Now, how would
after that?
I know that in gaming terms. Like, how would my character...
Like
kind of
you
know this?
just feel like you're ugly. You feel incredibly unsure of yourself. I was trying to figure out how charisma would be diminished in gaming terms, and that's how I came up with it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like you were more of a diplomatic sort of person, so that's why I said your tongue feels leaden. Normally it's silver, now it feels like lead.
And so I would know going into like the next round, I don't feel good about my normal spells. Okay.
Exactly.
Who goes next?
Wow. Yeah.
That was the hag's turn. I believe it's to Noctra.
Noctra, seeing this, let's try Thunderous Smite.
All right.
It's like there's this bubble, this dialogue bubble above Noctra's head that says like WTF exclamation.
Exactly, WTF exclamation point. She's going to swipe at the first one.
Is watching JJ's face. The fun part is watching JJ's face as he judges what choice she makes. Like that one, he was totally like, yeah, Thunder Smite's good. That's all right. Other times he's like, God, I can't believe I married that bitch.
Not so much that, but close.
Asshole.
But close. Everything except for the bitch part.
13. You too. Fuck you. 13.
So my wife every now and then is
13
like...
to hit?
No.
I get another one, though.
You do?
Do it again.
My wife every now and then has to think about a girl in high school that I had a crush on.
Negative?
Mickie probably has to think about the girl at the gaming table that JJ let get away back in high school.
You missed with the second attack?
That I missed with both attacks.
Okay.
Did you add all your modifiers?
When you roll a 1...
Yep, you missed.
Yeah.
I just learned that.
You can
So we're
modify
back to the
that
top of the
down to-
round, which is Kurt.
All right, so...
Actually, aren't I first?
Well, he went first with the Thunder's Orbs, and then
Yes.
you went afterwards
So,
the Burning.
Mickie, have you adjusted initiative to put...
I did.
Okay, great.
So is it in fact my turn?
It is.
Go for it.
Awesome. It's not a ton of damage, but I'm just going to go with Magic Missile given how my character feels right now.
Okay, you going to twin him?
I am going to...
Wild
yes.
magic, that bitch.
Well, no, I was thinking about whether I wanted to empower it or not, but I think I want to twin it since there's two. So I got to keep track of my sorcery points. All right, Magic
I want
Missile.
you to polymorph something. That's what I'm looking for.
That'd be super awesome.
Eventually, yeah.
All right, so Magic Missile is just 1d... you know what? I think I'm going to go level 2.
Are you going level 2 it?
I'm going to level 2 it for another d4. So each one is going to be 2d4 plus just 1/1, or is it... Because Magic Missile is a 1d4 plus 1, so when you go to second level, you just add another d4,
Well,
right?
Magic Missile is 3d4 plus 1.
Right.
So then
Redarn,
it's 4d4 plus 1 on each now with second level.
okay, so just 4d4 plus a single 1.
Plus additional 4.
Oh, okay.
Because it's per missile. It's additional 1 per missile.
That's what I wanted to know. And this is when the people at home say, how did that dude get on a freaking podcast?
Well, no, you dumb it down for us. Like, that's why you have, 2 Harvard degrees. You got to bring it down to our level.
All right, so I am rolling my 4d4 auto hit magic missile darts. And I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 4 for a total of 4, 6, 8, plus 4
12.
for a total of 12 twinned, right?
Now you got now
I roll it
now roll the damage for the other one.
Okay, so 12 on one hag. And 2, 3, 6, 9 plus 4 is 13 for the second one.
Fair enough.
And I'm out at least 2, if not 3 sorcery points. I'll figure that out.
2.
Over the course of this battle.
2 so far.
Okay.
Then we go to Calvin, who has stepped out for a
briefly.
moment because nature called.
So go ahead and since you're a monster hunter, I'll let you re-roll the what you may or may not know about them.
Okay. I'm just yeah. I was just thinking about funky things a sorcerer can do. So I am rolling. Cannot roll. I haven't rolled over a 10. In a
You
long
need
time.
to put that die on timeout.
I did, and I tried one of Joe's, and it didn't work. Yeah, I don't really know too much about these things
Fair enough.
because I can't get over an 8 on the dice.
It's Calvin's turn. Did the magic of Paylor expel his bladder, and now he can...
Yeah. The way that we are currently configured, can Calvin still reach past Noctra and cast another Burning Hands at them?
Yeah.
That would definitely be his method of approach. The burning fires of Paylor will definitely help rid the world of these vicious hags. So it would be another Burning Hands.
Well, actually, roll me an intelligence check real quick.
Well, let's do that. Oh, intelligence. I excel at intelligence. 12. I rolled a 13 on the die, so 12.
All right, that is actually enough to realize that fire is not working out so hot on these guys.
So perhaps at this point I would realize fire is not good, and it is more likely that my friend Tielen needs a hand. I think he was the one that just got hit really hard.
That is absolutely true.
I would take a step back, knowing that fire was not so effective. I would take a step back and summon the healing power of Paylord to my friend Tielen. Gently lay a hand on Tielen's shoulder. Whisper one of the many prayers of Paylord's healing magics, and cast a Cure Wounds, which is an instantaneous one-action touch spell. And I would cast this at a 3rd level, and this will let me do, let's see, it's a D8 plus... Blah, 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 blah. Each spot level above first is another D8, so it'll be 3D8 plus my spell modifier of 6. Actually, you roll that, Kurt. 3D8 plus 6.
I roll it?
Yeah. I'll let you roll it. You're going to be the one healing it. And you have more D8s in front of you than I do.
All right.
I'm going to use it as my other 3rd level spell slot. Baylor to protect you, my friend.
And 2 is 17 plus 6 is 23.
Yes.
That's it?
And I don't... Actually, JJ, you give me the ruling on this. A creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier. At higher level, you increase it a d8 for each spell slot level.
I would say you keep adding
first.
your wisdom modifier.
So add it. So in that case, gain 6 more.
Okay. Awesome. So that gets me almost back to full health. 2 points short. Nice.
So
nice. Thank you, Paylor.
The light and flame of Paylor warms you as I read from the 2nd book of Brilliant.
Oh,
for
blah,
Paylor,
blah, blah.
which says, the light of Paylor brings warmth to the wounds and healing to the heart.
Paylor lights up my life.
Go, Paylor.
Go, Paylor.
And that would be my turn. I would definitely, at that point, as much as possible, keep my lit shield in defense of myself and my alloy Tielen. Alloy?
Alloy. Yeah.
We're melded together.
Or
You are
ally.
melded together.
We're not a pure metal,
Or
either
ally
of us.
on
We're
a
an
different-
alloy.
In a different town.
But my ally, Tielen, I try to hide behind my shield as I protect him and heal him.
All right. So now at the base of the stairs, they're looking to clear some space, so they're going to take swipes at Noctra.
Bring it, my Raven
Bring it?
Queen.
No
protect.
offense, but you are at least the meat shield. Well
Da.
done, Go
Da.
Paylor.
22 to hit on the first one.
That hits.
Would you like the static damage or the rolled damage?
Roll it.
Roll it.
I dare say, JJ, that we have said roll almost every time, so mine is
This time it was in your benefit. 11 damage.
I'm thinking you might as well punish us. Go with the roll.
Whose side are you on?
I am on the side of an entertaining audio podcast. Go, Paylor.
All right. Second attack. It's a 20 to hit.
That hits.
I appreciate the laughter.
Rolling.
I'm trying to check on a rule.
Another
That's why
10
I'm looking at my
damage.
computer.
Now it's Noctra's turn.
I believe it is.
Now
Is
a
she
question for the DM.
Uh-oh.
Since Thunder's Smite didn't take off last time, does she
I
lose
need you to
it?
roll me 2 concentration checks now. You got hit twice.
Hold on, you said take off.
Take off. 19 on the dice plus
Okay.
concentration.
The next one.
And one more. A 4. I dropped it.
You dropped Thunderous Smite.
God bless.
Oh, snap.
So that one's out, but I can do... I've got all these, like, spells I can play with. Why? Now, there's one that ups my AC.
Shield of
Shield
Faith?
of Faith.
Shield of Faith.
And that's a bonus action, right?
I do believe so.
Shield of Faith bonus action. A shimmering field appears and surrounds the creature of your choice within range, granting a +2 bonus to AC for the duration. She's going to cast Shield of Faith on herself, and then she is going to Divine Smite these.
She cannot Divine Smite. Divine Smite is a bonus action. You've already used one.
I've already used my bonus action.
And
but she could do her double attack.
She still attacked twice, yeah.
Is Divine Smite the one that she got all the insane damage out of? Isn't that only once per rest?
No. It is as long as you have spell slots.
12.
Really?
Does it 12 hit?
A 12 will not hit.
I would mention that you're drawing on the memory of Pelor's Shield of Faith, which has protected you in the past from my own hand.
Will a 19 hit?
A 19 will.
She's not doing the minus, so it's just 2d6. God,
What
Lord.
you got?
8 plus... Is that a 5? This is so tiny. I can't see it. 13.
13.
Mickie has a problem with the size of my iPad. Unfortunately, it's smaller
not
than
as
hers.
big.
All right.
That seems anticlimactic.
After you just did 257 points of damage in the first round, anything is anticlimactic.
That's what a paladin does. It bursts the first couple turns and then does piddly amounts
Wah,
afterwards.
wah, wah.
It's, hello, welcome to being a paladin. I will blow my wad in the first round. And the preceding rounds take 2 points of damage. Yes.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. And if you're evil, take 3.
All right, so I believe that's top of the lineup now. Kurt?
That is the top of the
Yes,
lineup.
and Kurt's going to stick with... he's got 1 second-level spell slot left. Actually, how do they look to me?
They're looking... One's looking definitely a little bit more worse for the wear than the other, but they're looking okay.
I'm going to go with Magic Missile again, given how I feel. I feel healed. Oh, wait. But do I still have the disadvantage after?
Yes, because he did not remove a curse.
Right. So I still don't feel good about my spells. So I'm going to go with Magic Missile, and I'm going to use my last second-level spell slot, and I will roll it quickly so as to be awesome.
So as to be awesome. If I rolled it slowly, I would not be awesome.
1,
While he's doing
4,
that, Noctra says, I knew I
8,
should have had the seafood.
9, plus 4.
I'm feeling a little
Is that
eel.
correct?
Ew. That's whack.
13 on the first one.
Okay.
Twin it up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't like that. I'm going to empower it to reroll my damage, and I have to use these ones. 4, 6, 7, 10, plus 4, 14, so that worked out well. 14 on number 2.
All right.
And I passed the mic.
Pass the mic.
Calvin.
All right. So at this point, my companion Tielen is healthy. Yes?
Da.
Yes.
Tielen is healthy.
Physically healthy,
Did
but
you say da?
still cursed.
Okay. I don't think I have anything to remove a curse. Therefore, screw you. I'm going to hurt them. I think it is time for the sphere of Pelor's influence to enter the battlefield. I will cast the Flaming Sphere of Pelor.
Nice.
Flaming sphere.
That is a second level spell, and for me, what that means is a 5-foot diameter sphere will pretty much. My hope is that it fills the stairway, preventing them from coming closer to us unless they pass through it, and also try and burn them. So a 5-foot diameter sphere of Pelor's fire appears in this stairway. And they must make a dexterity saving throw of a DC 14.
All right. Even with advantage, she does not pass.
And then they will take...
Thou shalt
Thou
not
shalt
pass.
burn. 2d6. I have a 4 and a 5, so that is 9 points of fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful save.
All right.
And the idea being... Calvin will stand there saying, "Fired of Pelor, fired of Pelor," over and over and over, as annoying as it normally is, to keep this flaming sphere in the stairway and blocking them from getting closer to us unless they choose to pass through it.
Okay.
And
You are able to
Go,
damage the one enough that she, claws at her sister, and she says,
Mother is dead. We are free to do as we choose.
and they both scamper back upstairs. And before you're able to do anything, they jump on 2 brooms and fly off into the night.
And I shout behind them, I have scrolls of Paylord if you're interested.
So they flew away?
They did.
Into the night with their flying monkeys, apparently.
With their brooms, yeah.
Oh, what a world!
What a world.
What a
What a
world.
world.
I have my winged boots, but I don't feel up to the task of chasing them. I feel
We
Not
must
myself.
eradicate this plane of those hags.
They were definitely bad. I can smell the stench of young human people being used for bad purposes.
Our paths, I'm
I
sure,
think
will
we
cross
should
again.
investigate further. Let us go up the stairs. Paylor calls me to move further towards him and upwards.
Right, so
towards
you
the light.
ascend to the third floor of this windmill, and in this room there is a rotting wooden closet. Are 3 crates stacked one on top of another, and with small doors cut into them. Next to the closet is a heap of discarded clothing. A ladder climbs to a wooden trapdoor in a 9-foot-high ceiling. A moldy bed with tattered canopy stands nearby.
Can we search the room?
Yeah, definitely.
You search the room, and
complete search.
inside the bottom 2 crates are 2 emaciated children.
Are they still alive?
They are. The one appears to be about 7, the other appears to be about 5, but they're so emaciated you're not entirely certain.
Is either of them a girl?
One is a girl, one is a boy.
I wonder if one of them might be Mary's.
Can we talk to them? What are their names? Where are they from? Where are they from?
The boy speaks up, but the girl, remains pretty shuttered. And he's like, "My name's Freak, and her name's Myrtle."
Freak and
Freak?
Myrtle.
Freak.
Okay. Are you guys hungry?
I don't think I could eat. I don't feel hunger.
You're hungry. Here, I take some food out of my pack and share it with them.
Yeah, anything the Gypsy shared with us, I would definitely share with the Gypsies. I can't remember their real names,
The
but
Vistani?
they,
The Vistani. What about 'em?
Vistani. If they gave us anything, Gypsy granola
Oh, like
or
the-
anything like
the-
that,
what
right?
Did you say Gypsy granola?
I did. It's kind of like Nature Valley, but Gypsy
There's
Valley.
an episode title. Gypsy
Yeah.
Granola.
Gypsy granola. Yeah, anything they shared with us, I would share with them.
Okay.
Of Paylord brings this food to you. It will help you feel better.
jerky
I'm
and
sure.
whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah, we have our
jerky.
rations. So. While they're working with the children, I'd continue to kind of look in the crates or perhaps see if I can get up in the...
And amongst the straw of the mattress are 6 pieces of jewelry. Not incredibly exquisite, but worth something.
Yeah.
And you go up into the rafters and up the ladder.
Sure.
You've reached the windmill's peak, a domed chamber filled with old machinery. There's not much not much in this room to move around. There's not much room in this room to move around. Light slips into the attic through several small holes in the walls. And there's some bird's nests in here, and tucked under one of a particularly large nest, you see a glowing something or other.
Hopefully the sunlight sword that we're searching for.
Investigate further.
Yeah, I carefully approach and try to touch it, and if it feels okay, I'll draw it out.
All right. What is your alignment?
What is my alignment?
Yeah.
Chaotic or good?
Chaotic good.
His alignment is Calvin gets this.
Calvin gets this. And you touch the handle of this item, and you hear a voice in your head saying, "Curse that devil Strahd." And with that, we'll leave off.
Excellent. Thanks for listening, folks.
Fantastic. That'll end this episode. of
Thank you for
Adventures in the
listening.
Shed.
Please
And we'll-
send us your fan mail or other mail.
And
We
we'll
love
all
you.
say
Bye.
Bye.
Not your bills, though.
The hag is vanquished and her daughters flee from the windmill. Our heroes lick their wounds and investigate the structure further, finding a magic item that speaks into Tielen's head to curse that devil Strahd. Thanks for joining us. The preceding podcast was brought to you by One Joe Young. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.